Okay, good morning to all of you. So here today we are observing our next example, Shilajit, right? So different examples are for your study: Glycyrrhiza, ephedra, adethoda, clove, amla. Then in unorganized drugs, Shilajit is there, acacia gum is there. So today we will see the two. So Shilajit, here you are observing this, it is generally a specific part of the drug is there. So unorganized, that is no any specific part, but as it is obtained from the different rocks are there, or here your it is predominantly found in the Himalayan region near to the border of China, and centrally in the Asia. So as it is guarded by the secretion of the yogis in the Himalaya for the many centuries, the Indian part is there, as it is to be supposed as the god's gift and a nectar of longevity. Means what? Generally it keeps for the as a ailment for the body and the mind. So in our Vedic Hindu literature, the Charak Samhita, written in the before 200 BC, so there is no any curable disease in the universe. So there is not effectively cured by this Shilajit, and it is, there are some references are there. One our Indian book is there, Materia Medica. So it is given that it is a good carrier of the energy and the nutrition to the human body. Secondly, as per the modern sciences are there, so it is proved that the fulvic and the humic acids generally found in maximum in the Shilajit, and the main substance is responsible for the energy production. The science behind this, as it is rich in the nutrients, and therefore as it is having a specific characteristic as the brown exudation found in the serene surrounding in the Himalayan region. It is found mostly in the sedimentary rocks in the part of Afghanistan, Bhutan, China, Nepal, Pakistan, right, and Tibet, etc. At the altitude between 1000 to 500 meter, right. Then secondly, you remember about it contains 85 plus minerals in ionic forms, vitamins, fulvic acid, etc. The fulvic acid in the Shilajit is supposed to be most natural and the pure form, as there are it helps for instantly supply them to the cells, and it is effectively showing the prolonged cell life and they keep the healthy for a long time. So the yogis consider as it a amrut, or elixir of the life is there. Nextly, the Nepali Shilajit, it is to be preferred as a most ingredient and for the dynamic activity, for the pH balance is the important part, as there is having the different analysis are there for its purity. So as it is to be tested many times. Secondly, the under mineralogy, as it is considered as a oxygenated hydrocarbon of the diverse types, and therefore the amorphous condition generally, as it shows the specific condition. Amorphous means powdery conditions are there. Here 90 to 1000 degree about the generally it shows the luster condition and the melting point. So it helps generally Celsius burns and the bright flames are there. It is showing the result of high degree of coalification, that is in the kerosene shell or in the eventually in the petroleum. The Shilajit is liquefies and gets converted into liquid state, which is rich in the humic acid due to the vegetal substances. So there many other characters are there, as we are knowing. Then origin of the Shilajit when we are studying. So there in as per our Sushruta Sahita Shloka, then Rasagini, different literature is there. So in the month of May to June, the sap or juice of the plants comes out as a gani exudation from the rocks of mountains, and due to the strong heat of the sun of Rasragini is there. Then Dwar Shitranjarang also claims the Shilajit. So it is the exudation of latex, gum resin, etc. Like our this asphytida, hing, right? Then secondly, as the maximum work is there, so it is composed of mainly humus, and therefore the soil also showing the organic rich. There is a one genus, Euphorbia royalina. The plants are responsible for the origin of Shilajit, and plant is very rich in the latex. Certain chemical contents are there. Chemically Shilajit, as per the different researchers are there. So they shows the humification or the latex formation. The Shilajit and the other contents, some species of mosses they are reported, Barbula, Isidens, then Thuidium and the liverworts like Astrella, the Murciera, Markensia, Pelia, Plagiocasma, Stepanella, Anthoceros. So present in the vicinity of the Shilajit, excluding the rocks and the bryophytes. So here, as we are knowing, the Shilajit is influenced by the factors, as there are the some our parts are there. Here we will see about these characters are there. So here mainly, as we are knowing, 1 minute please. Hello. Here here mainly major part of the syllables are there. So here you are observing there is the part is there. Here mainly we are generally knowing the major bioactive components of the shilajit are there. So generally humic substances, the major organic constituents, they shows the present in amount 80 to 85%, and therefore there is having the different types of the several polymeric humic HMS are there, right, or the fulvic acids are there. Then non-humic substances they are reported. I think we are observing these certain bryophytic species for its occurrence in the certain region, right? So geological nature and the rock condition, local temperature profiles, humidity and altitude, these all components are involved in the development of the shilajit. Then one part is there as non-humic substances. So in the non-humic substances, this origin, it is to be showing that the low molecular weight is there, and therefore there is having the, they show the specific aroma and aliphatic or due to the alicyclic and the heterocyclic nitrogen and sulfur containing compounds are reported. The particularly biological interest is there. So oxygenated dibenzo alpha pyrones, DBP, and the dioxyacetopherones, HAPs, these are basically included. Or both these are generally they are showing the phenolics having specific molecular weight, And secondly, they shows the traces of elements: iron, Fe, calcium, copper, zinc, magnesium, manganese, molybdenum, and the phosphorus. Right. So please remember this all about the Shilajit. Biologically, Shilajit believed is due to the two distinct classes, as by these two both compounds are there. And secondly, here you are observing the qualitative and quantitative variation. They shows the fulvic acid compounds are there mainly. So this is all about this Shilajit. Then in the major uses of application of Shilajit, as it is prescribed for the genitourinary disorder, jaundice, gallstone, then digestive disorder, enlarged spleen, epilepsy, nervous disorder, chronic bronchitis, and anemia. So these diseases it is reported, particularly with milk. It is treated for the diabetes. Shilajit process of used for the aging and produces the rejuvenation, which are two important aspects. Then Shilajit is useful for the treating kidney stones, edema, piles, internal antiseptic or the adiposity fat, and the anorexia. So these are the important characteristics for this one. In preclinical, anti hallucinogenic and anti-inflammatory activity is reported, antioxidant property. Then secondly, anti-allergic activity, anti-AIDS activity, then anti-diabetic activity, and learning the argumentation. So all about this is for the Shilajit. Then second our good example is the acacia gum. So it is a gum is nothing but the colloidal polysaccharide substance of the plant origin that are gelatinous when moist and but harden on the drying, and are salts of the complex organic acids are there. We are knowing the mucilage. So it is a gelatinous substance of various plants such as legumes and seaweeds, and that contain protein and the polysaccharides that are similar to the plant gums are there. So difference in gum and mucilage is there. It is showing the readily dissolve in water gums, pathological products, and it forms a slippery mass in the water and soil, and physiological products are there. Acacia, it shows the color. Gum is there. Tears white, pale yellow, creamish brown, powder of white, pale yellow, then odorless, taste blend and mucilaginous shape. The tears, small particles are there. So they are spheroidal or oval and diameter up to 2.5 to 3 centimeter. Then Indian gum botanical name is the Acacia senegal, Acacia arabica. Part dried gum, family Leguminosae. It is found in India and other some countries, Sri Lanka, others are there. The gum acacia, as it is a photograph, it shows the exudation of the Acacia arabica. Then gum arabic, as it is a complex mixture of glycoproteins and polysaccharides, sugars, arabinose and the ribose. The color, it is white, pale yellow, then creamish brown color, odorless, then relationship between flavor and color, taste is bland and mucilaginous, then shape and size of tears, it is having the same 2.5 to 3. The collection of gum we are knowing, it is produced due to the injury to the plant, and generally after the rainy season, and therefore it is tapped later on from the main tree trunk, or the old branches are there. In 20 to 30 traits, it shows the there is the gum formation is there. Arabic gum already we are knowing. Chemical constituent of in the gum is important: calcium, magnesium, potassium, salt of arabic acid. Then it shows the composed only in the chemical constituents as arabinose plus or minus galactose, then rhamnose and the galacturonic acid. So here the different these chemicals are there. In uses, mucilage is employed as a demulcent, that is soothing effect on the digestive tract. It is a good as emulsifier, coating to the tablets are there, allelopathic tablets. Then it is a good binding agent in cough and lozenges. General liquids are prepared, syrups are prepared. Then it is used in the process of granulation, generally in manufacture of tablets are there. So all these are the uses are there, right? So this is the our second example. Then our third example is there. It is the Dioscorea. So Dioscorea botanical name is the it is the Dioscorea deltoidea. Then it is called as the plant is very smaller. It is having a climber type. The leaves are heart shaped. You see the specific leaf venation, Dioscorea, and here it is commonly grouped in the angiosperm as in the family Dioscoreaceae, right? So you remember this photograph for this one. Then Dioscorea as geographically it is growing in the northwestern Himalayan portion from Kashmir to Punjab or Nepal to China. It is growing up to at altitude 1000 to 3000 meter. It is cultivated in Jammu and part of Kashmir. Then Deltoidea is the one. These are the some localities showing in the map. So here you are observing this colored Himachal Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Assam, right? Then after 2 to 3 months it shows the growth and tubers are transplanted in the field, and as it is grown up to the 30 to 60 centimeter they are planted. So the cultivation is also done for the Dioscorea. The part used it is having the underground rhizome or the root portion. So you see these are the photographs for the Dioscorea. Slight brown color is there. The species is climbing, roots tubers are large, stem leafy. Here the twinning character, that is the climber is there, so it shows the heart shape leaves gradually tapering, acuminate point, and generally when pens acuminate gather at the top. These are the direct photograph of this rhizome. So you see the good photographs. So of this Dioscorea. In microscopic characteristics, it shows the epidermis, then the internal of the rhizome whitish or the slightly straw colored. Then secondly, it shows there is a good quality of the cortex region is there. Here you are observing direct section of this Dioscorea, right? Then chemical constituents. Chemically, it is showing the glycoside, diogenin, then botagenin, and the diagenin. These are obtained from the root of the Dioscorea spiculifera. As there is amount of the hexogenin is there, or diosine on the acid hydrolysis gives the other alkaloids. So mainly diagenin, it is used in production of various steroidal drugs, as generally they are the chief source of carbohydrate fruit. Some species, Dioscorea alata, used in extraction of starch, and some are rich in the vitamin B1, B2, and the B6. They are acting as antispasmodic, anti-inflammatory, anti-rheumatic, and the diaphoretic. That is include the perception. So all about these three examples you remember properly. So we have seen the Shilajit, then Acacia gum, and the Dioscorea. Okay, so thanks to all. We will see the next part in the next lecture.